My video for November 29th, 2017 is entitled The End of the Road. Like everyone else on this planet, I have good days and days that were not good at all. Some have said that the challenges we face in our lives are designed by God to make us grow. Sorry, but I don't see it that way at all. For me, my faith does not grow, and I certainly do not gain confidence that there is a loving God who is working out things for our highest good. People I know well, including in my own family, have been facing severe trials of faith. Through it all, I have never wanted to take my own life. Yet someone I know well posted recently, "Kill me, please." Then I get this from a longtime friend. Quote, "Frankly, I was about to unfollow you, Ron. All that well-versed bitching and moaning gets old, buddy." End quote. These things bring me to the question of why am I here? As I've said many times, since childhood, I thought my purpose was to help bring in the kingdom of heaven on earth. Sounds like a broken record, right? Perhaps my usefulness on this planet is finished. Maybe I really am at the end of my road. Yesterday was not a good day for me, and that's probably putting it mildly. I had a conversation with a friend, and it was soul-wrenching, I guess is how I can say. Troubling, I was going to say, and it's true, it troubled me, but it wrenched my very soul. Now, someone wrote to me that I don't meditate, I contemplate, and that's probably the truth. I used to get so frustrated because I thought the whole purpose of meditation was to silence the mind. And the more I would try to silence my mind, the more frustrated I would get, because the thoughts would just come more and more. And sometimes I don't seem to have many thoughts going through my mind. But most of the time when I meditate, and maybe it's really contemplation, I'm watching the thoughts. I'm listening to the inner voices. Anyway, folks, I don't know what reality is anymore. I thought I did. And I've lost a lot of viewership over the past couple of years. And I guess it's because people want hopium. And I'd like some myself. But I don't just want hope. I want to see real change in the world. Not just in my life, but in the world. And it doesn't even happen in my own life. My own life becomes stressful with some of the events that have taken place in relation to those that are close to me. And it really hurts. It really hurts because I'd like to do something. I'd like to fix the problems that I see in the world. I'd like to see a loving God take action. But I get all sorts of people telling me God doesn't do anything except through us. We are God's hands, in other words. We are the ones that make it happen. Well, I've been trying to help things happen. I'm not going to say make things happen because I don't have the delusion that I'm capable of making things happen. I do think that I contribute somewhat, or I'd like to think that I contribute somewhat to positive changes. Obviously, that's not the case because people respond very, very negatively. And I won't go into the fake it till you make it modality. I just won't do that. I won't focus on things that are remedies, as one person wrote to me recently, because their remedies don't work for me and they don't change the situation that people are facing, that humanity is facing in the real world that we experience. And people say, Ron, it's not the real world. The real world is not the one you see, the one you experience. It's the one you don't see. Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it over and over and over again. But if the world that I don't see can't impact the world that I do see, what good is it? Why? Why do we continue to create things, if in fact we're creating our own reality? Why do we continue to create things that devastate us in many cases? I mean, recently it came to my attention the memory of the famous lady that was a child that was her father was, I think, a lawyer or judge or something. And anyway, it's Lizzie Borden was her name. And it said Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she has done, she gave her father 41, or it might have been the mother and father in the reverse order. I don't know. In any case, she was acquitted and lived out her life in that house that is still, I guess it's like a museum now. But this is the kind of frustration that people face in this lifetime. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong that if we had things that would work for good instead of working against us, we would be able to create a world that works for all of us. Maybe we really would learn to love one another. Maybe we would really even learn to love ourselves, which is, of course, the prerequisite to loving others, isn't it? I wrestle with these things. Yes, maybe I'm going crazy. I don't feel like I'm going crazy, and yet sometimes maybe I do feel like I'm going crazy, like yesterday. And this morning, as I lay here, and I thought it was meditation. I call it meditation, but it's contemplation. I'm reviewing thoughts. I'm not trying to silence my mind. That's an exercise in futility, as I have determined a long time ago. Maybe some people can do it. Good. Even my dreams, my mind seems to be going. And I can wake up sometimes and know that I had fallen asleep and I can remember details of my dreams. So my thoughts and events are taking place even when I'm sleeping. I don't always remember them, but the ones when I do remember them, they're there. And it's a scenario that's playing out. And much of the time, it's neutral stuff. I'm not going to say good or bad. It's neutral stuff. Just stuff that I'm observing. What does it mean? What does it mean? That's what I'm trying to figure out about life. What does it mean? I'd like heaven on earth. Will I ever actually get to experience that? And I don't mean in a make-believe world. I don't mean pretending. I don't mean faking. I mean actual experience of a world where we actually work to help one another and to lift the burden and to pay whatever debt there supposedly is and level the playing field and make things good. Really, heaven on earth. It should be more than just a cliche, a dream, a hope. I'd like it to be a reality. But maybe I'm at the end of the road and that's a pipe dream. Thank you for listening, and namaste.